is a solution where a weak acid is mixed with a strong acid, and we'll be calculating pH and various things, whatever can be asked. So I'll straight away start with the question, and while doing the question, we would understand the theory of what is happening. In fact, it would be something what you have already done before, and I'll show you how. So suppose you have zero point 0.2 molar and 1 liter formic acid again, because I would really like to compare the answer with what we have done earlier. So I'm taking the same acid, Ka, for which is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 4, and this is mixed with, mixed mind you, it's not going to react, it's going to be mixed with say 0.1 molar 1 liter say hydrochloric acid. That's a strong acid, right? We need not write the Ka value, it will be a very high value and wouldn't be required. So it's mixed, one acid is mixed with the other one, so there is no reaction going on, and the question is find or calculate degree of dissociation or degree of ionization of formic acid. So this is what is asked. Now how to go about it? Now since we are in a learning process, I am going to guide you with the answer. But really I have taken a value over here such that I can ask you some logical question. Let me ask that logical question. Before the main logical question, I would like to ask, once the formic acid is mixed with the HCl solution given, would the molarity remain what is mentioned, 0.1 and 0.2, 0.2 for formic acid and 0.1 for HCl? Would the molarity remain same? So obviously not. We had 0.1 mole of formic acid in 1 liter. When 1 more liter of HCl is mixed, we'll assume that the total volume has become 2 liters, and the number of moles is still 0.2 in 2 liters. So the molarity of formic acid would have become how much? It would have become 0.1 molar, right? It would have reduced by a factor of half, right? And similarly the molarity of HCl, why? Because the volume is doubled, so the molarity of HCl will also become half of what is given to you. So I gave you 0.1 molar because I have given you a 0.1 molar wala question earlier also, and if you remember that time the degree of ionization of formic acid came something around 4.47 into 10 power minus 2, right? Which is equal to roughly 4.5%. So it was 4.5% dissociated, right? Now my logical question to you is, in this case, will it dissociate more or will it dissociate less? Will the formic acid dissociate more or will the formic acid dissociate less? So I really hope you got that right. It would dissociate less, and the reason is there would be presence of H plus ion from the HCl, which is going to make this equilibrium shift backwards. If ever the equilibrium was formed such that alpha was 4.5, then it is going to shift backwards because of H plus being supplied by HCl. HCl is going to give, it is a strong acid, there is no equilibrium sign what we have to make, it straight away dissociates fully and gives H plus, right? So if there is H plus coming from HCl, then this H plus over here will increase, and we know that Ka value is a constant, that is concentration of H plus no matter what is the source into concentration of HCOO minus divided by concentration of HCOOH. So here H plus has been increased by putting HCl. So there is a common ion effect of H plus, and hence the equilibrium is going to shift backwards, and if the equilibrium shifts backwards, then your dissociation is less. So ultimately I should get an answer. The degree of ionization of formic acid, I should get an answer where alpha is less than 4.5%, and looking at the values, it should be less by a big margin. So it will be quite lower than 4.5%. Let's calculate that. Let's get the actual value. So first I'm going to write the ionic equations for formic acid, COOH. I'm avoiding to write aqueous. You guys please do write it. So at equilibrium we can say that it was 0.1 minus alpha, and this is C alpha from formic acid, and this is also C alpha from formic acid, but H plus is not only from formic acid, there is H plus from other source, which is your HCl. So I'll just write it over here, HCl, which was how much given? 0.05 molar, right? So nothing remains, it fully dissociates and gives H plus and Cl minus 0.05 and 0.05 is what is contributed by HCl. So the total concentration of H plus is what is coming from formic acid plus what is coming from HCl. Now what is coming from formic acid would be quite less. We know it by why? Because logically we have seen that my alpha is going to be less than 4.5%. So 0.1 of and into alpha, which is 4.5%, which is 4.5 divided by 100 is equal to 0.0045. So your H plus contribution from formic acid, had there been no common ion, would have been so much, right? This was the contribution of H plus from formic acid had there been no common ion of H plus from HCl. Now there is H plus from HCl, and hence this reaction is suppressed backwards. So your alpha is going to be much less than 4.5, and your H plus coming from formic acid would be much lower than this. So adding this number to what is coming from the HCl is of no use. You can see that the other number is smaller, so we can ignore this number, right? And we can say that H plus concentration is almost what is coming from the strong acid alone, and nothing from the, or very negligible from the weak acid. So this is what you are going to apply. If the numbers are as the numbers are, this is what is going to happen. If the numbers were not like this, 90% of the cases the numbers would be like this, where your H plus coming from the strong acid would be much larger from the compared to the H plus coming from the weak acid, and hence you don't have to consider the H plus coming from the weak acid. And when your molarities are comparable, you can see the molarity of the weak acid and the strong acid, they are comparable. One is twice of the other, they are very much comparable. In such a case, you can blindly take H plus only from the strong acid, nothing from the weak acid. If your molarity of the strong acid was much lesser than from the weak acid, then H plus contribution here and there would have become comparable and I could not have ignored both the parts. But in this question, since the strong acid molarity and weak acid molarity are comparable, therefore the hydronium ion contribution from weak acid is not being considered. I hope you understand this. If you don't, just rewind and listen to what I've said again. So now it is pretty much simple. What we have to do is use the ionization constant, the Ka value of the weak acid. So Ka formic acid is concentration of H plus, immaterial of the source, concentration of HCOO minus. Again, I would say immaterial of the source, but the source over here is only the formic acid for HCOO minus, and divided by the concentration of the formic acid itself. This is your Ka. Will use the value which is 2 into 10 power minus 4. H plus concentration is pretty much what is being supplied by the strong acid, and your formate ion concentration is 0.1 times alpha, and alpha is what we need to find, divided by formic acid concentration is at equilibrium is 0.11 minus alpha. Now alpha itself, when there was no common ion, alpha itself was 4.5%. With the common ion effect, the alpha will be much lesser, and hence 1 minus alpha is equal to alpha in this case without any doubt. So what we get next is 2 into 10 power minus 4 is equal to 0.05 times alpha, as I'm going to cancel this, and 1 minus alpha is 1 itself. So this leads us to the answer. So I can write my 0.05 as 10 by 200 times alpha, and this 2 into 10 power minus 4. So when we multiply, we get our alpha is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 3. That's your alpha, which is 0.4%. It is reduced big time. You see, earlier it was 4.5%. Now with the common ion coming from HCl, the alpha is reduced to 0.4%. So unless until your stronger acid is not given strikingly lower than the concentration of the weaker acid, you will just do it like this. If the strong acid concentration was given something like, instead of 0.05 it was 0.0005 molar, and the weak acid is 0.1 molar, then this should ring a bell, and you might, you cannot ignore the 0.1 alpha coming from the weaker acid in front of what is coming from the stronger acid. So both contribution will be taken for hydrogen concentration, and that would be written over here, and that will lead to a quadratic equation, and you'll have to solve the quadratic equation. Not a big deal. So generally in chemistry they are not going to test your maths so much, and hence they are going to give you values which don't lead to messy math equations. But then you have to be careful. If they give something like this, this should strike to you that, oh my god, such a big difference between the molarities. What are they wanting us to do? So that's it for a weak acid mixed with a strong acid. Same will go for weak base mixed with a strong base, and we'll put a question of that kind in the quiz. And by the way, when I said we have already done this kind of solution, then you would remember that we have done what is the pH of a 0.1 molar HCl solution. We have done that, right? pH of this would be, pH is equal to 1, right? It is a 10 power minus 1, so pH will come as 1. What I had not asked that time was what would be the degree of dissociation of water in a solution of 0.1 molar HCl. If you have got a solution of 0.1 molar HCl, what is the degree of dissociation of water? That is equal to how much? So this is ditto same question. Water is a weak acid, right? We can treat water as a weak acid, and what is happening is we already know the ionic product for water. What is happening this time is that H plus is mainly supplied from the acid itself, and the contribution from water, whatever small contribution it is, that would be C alpha is ignored, but C alpha over here would be taken, right? And what is the concentration of water? It is pretty much around this value, right? That will be the concentration of water in such molarities. So if you have 0.1 molar HCl, water, the weight of water would be almost 1000 grams, because it would be almost 1000 liter of it. So the number of moles would be so many, and that's the C value, and hence you can get your alpha, the degree of dissociation of water itself. So same concept as this one, but look like a very cryptic question. Why? Because one is people might not think of this value when getting the answer. Like I'll just say, previous question we said we gave the concentration of formic acid. We gave the concentration of formic acid is so much. We gave the concentration of HCl is so much, and we asked you the alpha of formic acid. And this time what am I saying? This was the previous question. This time I'm saying I am giving you the concentration of HCl, say 0.1 molar or whatever HCl, and I am asking you what is the degree of dissociation of water. This is how much. I'm not giving you the concentration of water, which is a known thing. It is 1000 by 18 molar, right? That's the concentration of water. So only this part is hidden, it's not given, and the question is ditto same. So do this question, get the answer, get the alpha for H2O in a 0.1 molar HCl solution. Alpha for H2O in a 0.1 molar HCl solution.